Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Saturday Morning Live, bruh. It is Rivalry Weekend. Rivalry Weekend. That was a little tough for you, boy.
Relax, Jewels. Relax, Jewels.
Hey, no crack. I am your co-host, Reggie.
I'm your co-host, Norwood. Our powers combined. We are your HBCU homeboys. And as my co-host already stated, it is Saturday Morning Live. It is Rivalry Week. And it is time to pick some games.
It is time to pick some games, y'all. It is winding down of the football season. It has been a fun season. Well, winding down for the college football season.
It's not been fun.
It's been fun for me. Part of
Billy's fired.
Hey, Marshall's hired. So there's been a lot of movement going on, but y'all know what it is a Saturday Morning Live. You bring your beers, you bring your bets, and we talk football for the next hour and a half, and of course your beverages. No advertisement.
And it's the money first. Put it in a
We're gonna talk about college football. You know, we're only talking about in college football the games that matter. So if you are I appreciate all of you guys that went to Baylor. I appreciate all of you guys that are Tennessee fans.
Don't care.
And the likes. And my LSU folks, I love y'all down there in Louisiana.
I don't bang with y'all. Send us lane. Then we can discuss any type of friendships. Right now, we are mortal enemies.
But we ain't talking about y'all today. Okay? It's just, what is LSU play Oklahoma? We'll talk about y'all because we're talking about teams that matter. And then of course, we do NFL games as well. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good. Little holiday special. Oh yeah, feeling good. And there are exciting games on the docket since my team won't be doing anything exciting for the foreseeable future. So yeah, I'm here to enjoy football as an uninterested third party. I get to just enjoy and drink and enjoy.
There is something peaceful about being able to watch football. I don't even know the opposite of fully invested. Emptily invested, I guess.
I'm just looking for a good game or a good ass whooping. Score 50 or don't score at all. I'm drinking either way, baby. Yep.
So let's get started. I'm gonna start out. I got one HBCU game to talk about, and it really ain't to talk about the game. The Bayou Classic, the 70 whatever annual. I think it's 78th annual Bayou Classic. 70. That's the 50s. I'm sorry, 50 something Bayou Classic. Started in the 70s. New Orleans is when they started going. Southern plays Grambling. I'm picking Southern. I'm sure Norwood's probably gonna pick Grambling because Grambling is the better team. Southern is 1-9. I believe 0-9 in the SEC, something like that. No, they beat Mississippi Valley State. 1-9 in the SEC in the SWAC.
Lord.
But I only want to talk about one thing and one thing quickly, and then we can move on. Southern is set to announce that they are naming Marshall Faulk as the new head coach. Yes, that Marshall Faulk, running backs coach from Colorado, Hall of Fame running back. I would say the engine behind the greatest show on turf.
I would say large portion of. I like everybody is good there. I mean, Kurt was playing his ass off. Isaac Bruce.
Yeah. I don't think Isaac is who he is without being on that team.
Oh, we not finna Draymond this thing.
I don't think Kurt is that guy if Marshall Faulk isn't there. I think Marshall Faulk, he was LaDainian Tomlinson before LaDainian Tomlinson.
I will give you. I can't remember. And I'm not saying that this person doesn't exist. I don't remember a receiving running back who can still run the ball and do a little bit of both before him.
Era. Yeah. No, he's the prototype of the modern running back, if you think about it.
I would have to go back and look. I'm sure somebody like Thurman Thomas or somebody was like,
Roger Craig for the 49ers. Right. But late 70s, early 80s,
right,
mid 80s, that's getting close to not modern football. But hey, it is what it is. No shade. But
Congratulations to Marshall, number one, the more important part. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Southern. Hopefully, this will be the right pick. This guy has a storied and celebrated career. This is an excellent move.
Ties. He's from New Orleans. Got ties to Louisiana already. It's a great hire. I have to see his staff.
This should be good. It should be very interesting. Of course, we will be rooting for him. I think that also personal interest here. I think this puts a little bit of pressure on Hampton to try to find somebody with some level of name, as we are also in the process of looking for a coach.
There's a crap ton of players looking for play. I didn't realize there were that many until you posted that graphic. I didn't realize it was that many teams. I think it's 12 Division I teams right now looking for a head coach. Not even talking about Division II.
All my teams need a coach. Every team. If you know me and you know a team I have, they either just got one, Braves, Hampton looking, Gators on the lane train prayerfully, and and Quinn, I'm gonna tell you, you can go.
I'm not. You know me. I have been scorned enough. I reserve my excitement, but I am happy for Marshall Faulk getting to where he wants to go and helping HBCUs out.
Yes.
With that being said, we're gonna move right on to NCAA football. So we're gonna start out. We're gonna do it by conference, but we're only talking about the games that have college football.
If you practicing this week, we don't care.
Right. If your season over with after this, or you going to the Belt Bowl, we're not really watching you. Right. Or we don't. I mean, I'll watch you. I don't care.
Duke's Mayo Bowl, baby.
Pop-Tart Bowl or whatever y'all got.
You read my mind. That was next. That's my very next joke.
So we
boy, shout out to the Pop-Tart Bowl, dog. They have done a great job of branding. All these other bowls, I mean, say what you want to. People know that one. When does the popcorn pop out at the end?
And then now they showing the Pop-Tart. They do the little stripper thing. That was wild. But so we're gonna do by conference first. Of course, you're talking about the conferences that actually have games that matter, because there's really not many that matter somewhere else. Shots at the Big Ten. We're gonna start out with the SEC. So for all of you that know, the backdrop right now, college football playoff bracket, Ohio State's 1, Indiana's 2, Texas A&M's 3, Georgia's 4. They have the first round buys as of going into this week. And then you have, of course, more SEC teams, Alabama, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. Then you have Texas Tech, Miami, Oregon, and Tulane to round out the top 12. That all could change. So first game, SEC. We going Texas A&M versus Texas. That is the number 3 team versus the number 20 team. And for Texas, as much as we have kind of talked about Arch and all of those things, they only have like the 3 losses that they have. They all lost to like really good teams. That was the Georgia, Ohio State, and I can't remember the third loss, but I think it was somebody important. Florida. Yeah, Florida.
Like,
now that one's gonna come back and bite them. That's gonna come back and bite them.
You lost to 3 really good teams.
2 really good teams in Florida, and I think Florida is actually a good team. But I have to throw shade when shade is thrown. Shade is available.
Find a tree. That's the one thing I want y'all to understand. If my team is not good, I'm not going to sell y'all a hill of beans and tell y'all they're good. Florida is a talented team, but they're poorly coached. That means you're going to be a bad team. It is what it is. Now, I do find this very interesting from a conference point of view. And come down this walk with me. And if you're not an SEC fan, you might not like it. But if you're not an SEC fan, I also probably don't care. This is excellent conference management from a standpoint of these are not 2 teams that have been here very long. Texas A&M came with Mizzou, and then Texas just recently came with Oklahoma just recently. This 2 fantastic additions that I think that both for the next at least 4 or 5 years will be in the playoff conversation. It is as important to make sure that your conference is competitive is to find ways to keep the competition and bring in good teams more than ever, because you could just be bringing in anybody like some of these other conferences. But if you're going to bring in a team into the conference, it should be a team that can come in and be competitive, and high tide raises all ships. It's also interesting because this is the first time, and I can't remember, where Texas versus Texas A&M is like, it's a big thing. It's important to the world. It may be a Texas thing, and I'm sure that that's a rivalry because it's an interstate thing. But this is national TV. Hey, Texas and Arch Manning, you can play spoiler to a team that could be playing in the national championship in Texas A&M.
Shout out to the schedulers. Putting Texas A&M and Texas as the final game. I mean, you're right. It's going to have playoff implications almost every year going forward. I see as in the immediate future.
And shout out to the Pac-10, because once again, without you, none of this would be possible.
The Pac-2.
Whatever it is now.
So if Texas A&M wins, they're in. I think they're already in the playoffs. I think they're a lot because they're undefeated. Right now, they're playing for a berth into the SEC Championship game and a bye. Playing at Texas is going to be tough.
Is Arch starting?
Yeah, of course. Okay. But so is Marcel Reed now, and he done had about 3 games. That first half has been boo-boo.
I do not care.
Booty-boo.
All of those things are correct, but I've actually seen Marcel Reed play against competition that's actually good, and it might not always be good. I've seen him be good before. Arch Manning against teams in game, like teams that are good in games that matter, he has been highly disappointing. And I'm a guy who I thought he was going to be, a slam dunk, and it's not been fun to watch.
Level of competition in high school, right? He was like, wait a minute.
But I don't do that because it's a bunch of guys who came from the internet where Odell and there have been a couple guys who've come from that very same school who are world beaters. I just think that Arch has so far been a disappointing football player. That doesn't mean he's going to be disappointing forever, but y'all know how I live. I live on the data. So far, he's not looked that good to me. It's not been very fun to even watch, to be completely honest, unless you want to see him lose. And I think the Texas team as a whole is pretty good, but I don't know if they can win in spite of him. I'm taking Texas A&M in this.
I am going to take Texas A&M as well. I think Texas is going to put up a fight. I'm thinking about Texas just because how they beat Oklahoma, but John Mateer was hurt, and Texas A&M almost got beat by South Carolina, and I think that was probably they needed to blow out South Carolina so they could sleepwalk to this game for Texas to be able to beat them. Now, of course, rivalry games, all of that goes out the window, but I'm definitely.
I think after the last scare, Texas A&M is like, hey, we're not a team that's ever won a championship that I can remember. And if we're going to do it, this is our chance. We had our scare where we got down bad. It was last game, correct?
No, they didn't play anybody last game. They played, they had that off week. So 2 weeks ago.
Okay, yes. So 2 weeks ago, we had our scare. I think that hopefully, reasonably, they got it together and said, hey, man, we can't play with these teams anymore. We're good, but we still have to come out and execute every day. And that's what I expect them to do.
Fair. Me too. So again, they're in. If the Texas A&M gets to the SEC Championship game, winning, they're in. But if they were to get upset, we both take Texas A&M, so I don't want y'all to get lost in the word salad. If they lose, they need Bama or Ole Miss to lose for them to secure their victory. Secure their spot in the SEC Championship game. Now, the thing is, Bama plays Auburn, and I believe they play Auburn at home. There's been a lot of noise around this game, Auburn and Alabama, and it's not the normal, draw a line in the sand rivalry noise. Kalen DeBoer is on the top of the wish list for Penn State. that kind of came out and it is kind of swept up under the rug. Nobody talked about it. But if he loses,
because why would you go coach a JV team when you have a varsity squad? If you do that, I think that for me, he loses a lot of integrity. You're running from it then.
Less pressure. I mean,
that's cool. If you're running from the pressure, it's very difficult for me to take you seriously as a football coach. Running from it?
Or like Lincoln Riley.
Did Lincoln Riley?
Yes. He left Oklahoma the year they were supposed to come to the SEC and went to USC.
I don't see that the same. I could understand how you might see it that way. I see it. USC is one of those, to me, potential when they're good. They're elite tier football. They're in the same conversation as
Oklahoma.
No, I don't. I personally don't have Oklahoma and USC in the same level of pedigree. I might be tripping, but I just don't see it that way. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I think see USC you talking about like a history wise. You gotta go back and look. Oklahoma. I mean,
I'm not interested in going back that far. I'm saying over the last like 30 years, USC has been. I mean, USC
ain't been relevant since 2005. Reggie Bush.
I feel like they had somebody after that. Maybe I'm wrong.
They've had people. Yeah. They've had people. They had Amon-Ra St. Brown, Drake London, and the other dude. They had all three of them on the same team.
Yeah,
but they weren't good. That team was 8-4.
And it could just be like I'm not saying this is not a hill I'm dying on. Let me make that clear. But just in my head, I see USC as like in my head, I see USC as like 5 stars. I see Oklahoma as 4.
Dude, no, I disagree. But we don't have to, like you said. So with that being said, we started all that.
Bama, what are we talking about? If y'all lose to Auburn, Kalen Dobert, you better go ahead and take your ass to Penn State.
And that's what I was getting to. It's not the fact that he's running. I think he would get run out if you lose,
rightfully so,
to Auburn. Now, but I mean, Auburn's got put in what's the dude?
I don't care about none of that.
No, rivalry games. They put in that new quarterback, black dude.
You're right. I know who you're talking about. You're correct. That doesn't matter. Win or go home. It's Alabama. Nick Saban there's no, hey, I tried my best. This ain't the place for that. We talked about once you get in certain clubs, your bet is either win or go home. Trying don't matter. Go somewhere else and try.
Yeah. And which would be Penn State because they've been trying.
Yeah.
Now, if Bama wins, they're in. They're in the SEC Championship game. And they have like a 90% chance of making the college football playoff. If they lose, their season is over. Not over. They go to a bowl game, but they'll probably go to the Sugar Bowl, but they will not be in the college football playoff, nor will they be in the SEC Championship game. For those reasons, I'm taking Bama over Auburn. I think they have too much to lose for them to not take this game seriously.
Reggie loved to do this every week where he gives you all the reasons why this other team that we all know is you better not. In this case, it's no different. It's Bama, and you need to win convincingly. Honestly, you need to have them done really before half.
Yeah, because you need to jump Notre Dame. You need to jump Notre Dame because that right now the bracket they got you playing Oklahoma. I mean, I'm sorry, they got you playing Oregon. And if there's one Big Ten team you really don't want to see, it's probably 2. It's Oregon and Ohio State.
Correct.
And if I'm Alabama, I don't want to see Oregon. I would much rather have a rematch with Oklahoma or Ole Miss or anybody versus playing Oregon. So,
correct.
With that being said, we both picking Bama. Next, now remember, I said Texas A&M needs either Bama or Ole Miss to lose if they were to get upset by Texas. Ole Miss is playing Mississippi State, and this has playoff implications and SEC championship implications because, of course, they need to win, and they need Alabama and Texas A&M to lose to get to the SEC championship. But nobody cares because this is all about Lane Kiffin. And what he's going to announce, he's having his whole commitment after this game, after the Egg Bowl against Mississippi State. You know we're both taking Ole Miss. Where's Lane going? Do you believe the rumors that he just bought a house in Baton Rouge?
No clue. I have no clue. I'm not listening to what Twitter's telling me though. He's too much of a wild card. The thing that I like about him the most is the same reason why I'm just going to sit back and watch this play out. I've made my intentions clear. I would love to have Lane as our next head coach. Now, there is a reality that if we lose that to LSU, Florida, you're going to have to take a long, hard look at yourself. You may not be who you thought you were. You're not who you thought you were. Because when there was an opportunity to pick, you did not get chosen. Same thing that happened between the man, whatever, between in a situation where there's a woman who picks two men. She picked the other one. Hey, brother, you got to do some soul searching.
Improve.
Right. And that's what I sat down and thought about yesterday with Florida was, hey, man, there's a big, I will be very honest. I think that LSU at this point is a better place to be than Florida. They've won more recently. They've, their recruits have been elite. They're damn near the reason that the NFL has wide receivers and defensive backs. So that means a lot. But I also know that Lane Kiffin idolizes Steve Spurrier. And if you were to go back to Florida and revive the Gators, oh, man, you would be the king of the castle.
Yes. And all of that is true what you said. I don't think all of that holds as much weight as they offering that man $90 million and a record-setting NIL budget. I think would be the convincing part.
I think that realistically, the operating budgets are probably going to be pretty close to the same. I don't think the LSU has any more money than Florida does. And I would dare say Florida probably has more money because they also have basketball money. When you win the tournament, you get money. When you win the national championship, you get money, and that goes into the athletic department.
Yeah, but I think that. Sure, I think all of that would still go towards the basket. I think the basketball NIL budget and the football NIL budget are two separate things.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about okay, you're right. Basketball NIL, football NIL. There's also athletic department money. That money doesn't, when you win tournaments, it doesn't go into the NIL. It goes into the department.
Oh, don't forget the women now. The women won too for LSU.
Right, but there's a difference. There's a money difference. I don't make them budgets. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Wait.
Hey, yeah, I'll get right in here. Y'all know I like women's basketball way more than men's basketball. Hell, they should pay them more. I've watched way more women's LSU games than Florida basketball games. But the money is the money. I don't cut no checks. Y'all knew if I cut checks, who I send them to. It ain't even my school. And I don't like the coach. But entertainment is entertainment. But
both picking Ole Miss.
Yes, picking Ole Miss, and then
Lane's going to LSU. That's where I'm picking. Where are you picking? He going? I'm sure you're picking Florida.
I'm not picking anybody. I told you I have no emotional investment. I want him to go to Florida. If he goes, great. If he doesn't, I understand it. I'm trying not to be. I'm trying not to be very fanatical about things. I want to be more reasonable. If it makes sense, then do it. I'm not going to just make up something.
Mm-hmm. And then next, which is probably the best game in the SEC, I think maybe Vandy, Tennessee is one, but Georgia versus Georgia Tech in Atlanta has lost a little bit of luster. Shout out to you, Georgia Tech, for losing. But Georgia is in a unique position, which we talked about it briefly on Monday Night Raw. Please go back and watch that episode that has come out with, and we broke the videos down. You can watch just the segments. You can watch the whole episode if you would like together. Georgia is the number 4 team right now. If they beat Georgia Tech, they are still on the outside looking in for the SEC Championship game. They need Alabama or Texas A&M to lose. If not, if both those teams win and Texas A&M ends up playing Alabama for the SEC Championship game, Georgia will be the rare team to get what you call a double bye. A double bye is they'll be off for the conference championship week. Then they will get a first round bye because they're the number 4 team in the nation. And will probably, they'll be the number 4 team in the nation. So at that point, Georgia will be almost fully healthy going into the playoff, which is kind of crazy. I'm a Georgia fan, and I'm picking Georgia over Georgia Tech, even though this is going to be a hell of a game.
You have any fear of being off that long? That's a long time not to play football.
Yes. I fear slow starts, and
especially for y'all's
with
offense,
the projection, the slow start against Texas Tech ain't what you want because they can score.
Right.
Even if they average 40 points, 38 points, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you hold them up under their average, that's still 21. And I ain't trying to keep having these heart attack palpitation games that we had against Ole Miss, Tennessee. I don't want to do that no more.
And the other part is, you know what I say? You keep getting lucky. Eventually, the pendulum is going to swing in the opposite direction, and the number is going to say, "Hey, you don't get this one."
Yeah, I think that already happened with Alabama, but I feel that this would be kind of crazy because our O-line has been healthy for all of 4 games, and that's when we've looked our best. And then we would get Kobe Young back. We get all receivers back. So now all our receivers go from 5'9" Zachariah Branch to 6'5" Noah Thomas, 6'5", 6'4" Kobe Young, plus the avatars. Shout out to Davin Bellamy. The aliens, as he call them, the 6'6", 6'7" tight ends, and then all of your running backs are healthy. Plus that defense, I would take the bye, and I would just, if it happens, it happens. If that happens and we start out slow, that's on coaching. I'm more scared of Bobo reverting back to old Bobo.
Himself?
He's been on a heater. But boy, I'm scared. Who do you pick? Who you got? Georgia Tech.
I'm going Georgia Tech. I'm not picking you guys, and I actually enjoy Georgia Tech and Haynes King. I'm a Haynes King fan. I think especially, with the way that this season's kind of played out, Georgia Tech has given us interesting game after interesting game after interesting game. And this would be one for the books. If they were able to come in and punch UGA in the mouth, this would really, this would be one of the best Georgia Tech seasons in recent memory, if not ever.
No, national championship in 1990. But yes.
I was 4.
And they got the ACC champion with in that 2009 year when they were running the wing T. Question for you. Brent Key, head coach of Georgia Tech, is not making nearly as much money as anybody in the SEC, even the lower tier teams. I believe he makes just as much or even less than them. Would you take a look at him at Florida?
I mean, the answer is yes. But like I said before, we don't get Lane, then we're in consolation prize land. And if you're in consolation prize land, you can try to get lucky, but I don't know enough about him outside of Georgia Tech to be in love with this. This is not an offense I'm in love with. This is not an offense I want to see run at Florida. So then you're looking at a man who I'm hoping to fundamentally change his coaching style to come to Florida. And then
so you want more of a spread offense type. You want old, throw it around, pitch it around the field.
Yes, that's what we do. That's where our athletes, I think, are also at their best. You look at Shamir DK, who's playing for the Titans now, looks like a world beater.
I mean, he looked like one at Florida when he played.
Yeah, just not given nearly enough opportunity. But yeah, that's the reason I like Lane. I would be okay with Lane, even if it wasn't great to start out with. If we were just like, okay, we're pretty good. Okay, cool. I want to score some points. Florida has to find their confidence again first. We haven't looked like the Florida teams of old in so long that's where I am now. Let's just get there first.
Fair. All right. So, and then we have other SEC games. And the reason that I brought this up is because all of this still has playoff implications. Vandy plays Tennessee. Vandy has 2 losses. Those 2 losses are to Texas on the road, where I've talked to many people on social media and read a lot of articles, and folks pretty much say if they had 2 more minutes, they would have beaten Texas. They just had a bad first quarter. And then they lost to Alabama.
You know how many times people said if I had 2 more minutes, I would have beat?
Oh, there's a lot of jokes there.
So many. I couldn't. Nah, I was like, wait, oh no.
Yeah.
That boy D Wade at me.
I'm trying to hold my composure. I'm not used to being the mature one on the podcast. Vandy and Tennessee. If
Let's
Vandy
go doors.
Wins,
let's go doors, man. The Nerds. I want to see them
have
win.
2 losses, and they're only to those 2 teams, 2 highly ranked teams. If they beat Tennessee, they have just as big of a chance to make it to the playoff as anybody else.
I like Diego Pavia. I like Vandy. I like this thing where they're starting to beat teams that we just knew every year that they would get trounced by. Yeah, make them pay. In Tennessee, I'm definitely not like, there's nothing for me to love about Tennessee. So, yeah, let's go. I want Vandy. And I hope they whoop their ass, honestly. It would be for everybody not Tennessee. Yeah, we want Vandy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Vandy is the one that I want to win this game. I am a proponent of chaos. So if Vandy wins this game and Miami loses, or whoever else loses, then now the ACC doesn't have a team, and Vandy has a really strong shot to make the college football playoff, which would be absolutely,
as a team that I think that should have gone to the Atlantic Coast Conference years ago. That I love.
Yeah, they ain't about to mess up Georgia SEC GPA. You crazy? But
or baseball. Really, it's baseball is the reason.
Yes, that. Well, yeah. And that's really their sport too.
Correct.
So, we both taking Vandy here. I can't wait to see. I just can't wait till Tuesday, honestly, to see how all of this plays out. And then our final SEC game is LSU versus Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma wins this game, and they're a lock to make the college football playoff. I don't think they have a chance to make it to the SEC championship game, but they win and they're in. LSU has benched Nussmeier, and they struggled with Western Kentucky, and they're playing at Oklahoma. I expect Oklahoma to kind of dominate this game, honestly.
Oh, you is where my heart is. I want to see LSU win this game. I would love to see LSU beat them. Just want to see it.
Chaos.
But yes, but I'm taking Oklahoma because I'm a reasonable person.
Oh, you. All right. Now, I just switched. I literally just did this 2 minutes ago.
Correct.
More 2-minute jokes. That's
all it took.
That's all you need. I switched up and moved the ACC right after the SEC, because the ACC, the Big Ten is cool, but that y'all ain't playing nobody for real. And then the Big 12, y'all on the outside looking in. So we need to talk about the ACC because there's so much chaos. I haven't seen something like this in terms of trying to make the ACC championship game in a long time. And if any of these teams win other than Miami, they're not going to have a team in the college football playoff.
Not my problem.
Here's what I mean. Virginia plays Virginia Tech. Virginia wins and they're in. They lose, they're out. They have no way of making it, I don't believe. I think they have 2 losses too, if I'm not mistaken. But if they win the ACC, all of a sudden they're now the 11 seed and they make the playoff. Who you got? Virginia Tech?
I'm taking Virginia in this, but I don't care. I can't say I care about this game. Neither one of your teams are good enough to do anything.
Yeah, you be playing Ole Miss. Yeah,
right.
That ain't gonna happen.
Y'all can't fight. That's really what I'm in my head. Like, they can't fight.
So
Y'all do
Then after, so let's say Virginia wins, right? Miami's path to the ACC championship game, they play Pitt. Now Pitt just steamrolled Georgia Tech.
Correct.
Georgia Tech fought back late, but that game was in hand. Miami, to get to the ACC championship game, needs to win and beat Pitt in Pittsburgh, plus Virginia loss, plus a Duke loss, plus an SMU win, or a whole lot of different scenarios. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different scenarios to where they win. Part of that scenario is the actual Boston College Syracuse win because of percentages and all this other crap that we're not going to go through. I think I'm going to take Pitt in this game, to be honest.
Oh, well, I'm for sure taking Miami. Mario Cristobal, you better win this game or you too will be looking for a new job. I hate to have to be that serious about it. You are, the state of Florida is in a bad way right now. Seminoles looking real weird. Gators and 5-day coach. Hey, you could be next. So I think that being the most important thing out of all of this is if you lose, you're probably looking for a new job. I think that I'm taking Miami in that. You want to bet that one?
Why not? I'm gonna be wild drunk by the time this game is played anyway. But I'm taking Pitt here. All for chaos. My chaos is to piss everybody off. So if Vandy wins and Miami loses, I believe Vandy probably has the inside track into making it to the playoff, which means it'll piss everybody off because then you will have another SEC team in the playoff.
And to make y'all mad. This is a SEC team that nobody can. If you're mad with Vanderbilt being in the playoffs, that's a personal problem,
right? Because they earned it,
right?
They won.
And if you look at their schedule, look at your schedule, you probably hate from outside the club. But that's a different conversation for a different day. We're headed next to SMU versus Cal.
Why are we talking about this game? We know that SMU should beat Cal. If SMU wins, they make it to the ACC championship game. Or if they lose, they need Miami to win or Pittsburgh loss, a Duke loss, Virginia win, and a UNC win. And then there's 4 more scenarios. Again, I told y'all the ACC is kind of wild right now. But I got SMU winning this. They kind of came on late in the end of the season. They really go ahead.
They spent that money. You spend the money, you got to win. Because if you don't, right. But I also enjoy watching the case study of if you spend the money, it's worth it. Texas Tech is showing us the same thing. And I think that creates more interest for other teams to collectively put their money together and say, hey, let's push all of our chips in for 2 or 3 years and see if we can get to the upper echelon. Because if you get to 2 ACC championships, even if you don't win them, you're now in a different conversation from a guy, like, especially from this team that's been,
we haven't talked about them all year. We didn't talk about them until they beat Miami.
Not even that. I'm talking about the resurgence from, growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to come back, you really got into a ton of trouble for doing what everybody else is doing right now. Then you're like, hey, let's raise some money and get out of this conference. Cool. Let's put some more money into this program. Cool. Now we're at the top of the ACC, and nobody's been here in 20 years.
The Lazarus program.
You look at all these other programs who've been able to do it, no punishment, and just not been able to do it for 20 years. Yeah. What the hell have y'all been doing? Wake Forest, Duke, UNC, Boston College.
Oh, playing basketball. Well, not Boston College, but they've been playing basketball.
Yeah, but that also means y'all also, like, y'all are big. Y'all get a ton of money over there. Y'all could have spent some of the money. And let's be real, y'all have rich alum. Y'all could have spent the money that SMU spent. Y'all could have spent the Texas Tech money. Y'all got them people over there.
Yes.
You got Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan could have sent y'all $16 million.
Yeah. I mean, you're not lying. You're not lying. I got nothing for that.
Who got $16 million laying around? Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You want to know why? Because him and Bubba Wallace are winning.
Yeah. And then calling y'all out too.
Right. They got the money. Y'all ain't, hey, Mike. I know it's we got Bill. Can you help us out a little bit? We got an hour. Holla.
Hey. So we got SMU hit making this. So I need to pull up the standings. That's what I should have pulled up. If SMU wins and they beat Cal, I think if Miami wins, they make it.
Man, Reggie gonna kill y'all with scenarios.
I'm not about to do that. SMU beats Cal.
Yeah. I just want to let them play, and then, hey, when they tell us, the people who wear the glasses and have the microphones tell us who's gonna play, great. When everything falls out, just explain why this team is playing, because there's 85 million different scenarios where
there's literally 30 scenarios for the ACC. Which
I don't know about. Yeah, this is the 30. Holiday. I'm not working. This is work.
Stat.
You want to talk about
y'all didn't want to pay attention to statistics?
No, not that. No, But especially with two teams is not finna win a championship. Ain't none of y'all. So cool story.
Yeah, if SMU wins and Virginia wins, SMU and Virginia make the ACC championship. That's what it is.
And then I have Wake permutations on a SEC team. On the ACC, no, this ain't March Madness.
And then I have Duke. Why? Because all of these teams, if they lose, Miami, Virginia, and SMU, if they lose, and Georgia Tech, somehow they need their ACC championship aspirations hinge on Duke, Clemson, and Boston College. Norwood says it's basketball season. Why are
if we're talking about Wake Forest and Duke, I assume we're talking about basketball.
Only because if Duke wins, they cause chaos. So I got Duke beating Wake Forest in a scrimmage game. But I just want to see the chaos that ensues if Duke wins. I don't care.
Duke, misery for everyone.
Misery for everyone. And then, of course, we have the ACC adjacent, which is going to be Notre Dame versus Stanford. Stanford has the opportunity to do something extremely hilarious, which would be knock Notre Dame out of the playoff because they have no conference championship. So I'm rooting for going for the black coach, picking Notre Dame. I just don't like Notre Dame.
Not me.
I want Stanford to win though.
But we're picking Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame because they're just a better team and they're just 70-7 Syracuse. I think they're gonna beat the brakes off of them. But if the Stanford trees and Andrew Luck get it done, I'd be thrilled.
It would be hilarious. That would be the end of Notre Dame, and then you would have another SEC team that could make it, which would be even hilarious. With that being said, we can move on to the Big Ten now. Ohio State, Michigan.
We need to change this conference name from the Big Ten. So it needs to be called a couple of teams. Big Ten is like, oh yeah, there are 10 teams. No, there are not. There are a couple teams here, and then everybody else is just doing other shit. And it's not even like y'all good in other shit. Y'all not good in basketball or anything. Y'all just be going to college.
Going to class, attending.
Right.
Happy. I mean, that's stress-free life though, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I like teams that are playing good football. Or at least attempting to.
So Michigan has a chance to do something funny. If they win, I think they have a really good shot at making it into the playoff.
See, I don't like that. I don't like that because I don't want to have to root for Ohio State for the integrity of football. Because I surely don't want to watch stupid Michigan.
Yeah.
And cheating.
They're 8-2. Michigan's 8-2.
Against not a soul. And we know they're at least
they beat USC. It's not fair. They beat USC.
I think that USC is an okay team. I think that Ohio State is a legitimate title contender. I think they're a good team that just has a weak schedule.
If Michigan wins, right now Michigan is 4th. They're tied for 3rd.
In the Big Ten, we have to be very clear. They're not tied for 4th in the country because
no, they're number 15. But if they beat Oregon, if they beat Ohio State, I don't know the scenarios. I'm not gonna go through it, but you would believe that they, based on percentage points, would have to go then play Indiana and Michigan. I mean, I'm assuming they can beat Indiana. With that being said, I'm picking Ohio State. I don't think Michigan. Michigan can't score.
Yeah,
and they can't score against regular people. And Ohio State, one thing Ohio State can do is play defense in this league.
Right.
So I got Ohio State winning this game.
I'm only rooting for Ohio State I'm not rooting for them. I actually wish this could be a tie, -2,
which would be fun.
2.
I don't know how that would happen.
Right, but at the end of the day, for football integrity, I don't want to see Michigan in it just to be there to lose and waste a spot, essentially, for me. These spots are too valuable right now to have stupid teams in there.
I would talk about Indiana, but they play Purdue. So
is Drew Brees coming back?
They have 3. They're gonna have another bye week again. So and then finally you got Oregon and Washington. Why? Oregon wins and they're in. Oregon loses, it gets interesting because they don't have a strong win on their team.
Don't care. You should have scheduled them. You not having the ability to lose games because you don't play anybody. See you next year, Dan Lanning.
I would love.
Or you come coach Florida. You could actually then have a legitimate schedule.
I was gonna bring that up next.
He ain't doing that. Why would you leave Oregon?
Why would you leave hundreds of billions of dollars?
Right. Yeah, literally the blank check, the field night blank check.
Right.
Well, I'm a Florida fan,
Jordan,
and I take my ass to Oregon. Right.
I'm going Washington here just because I want chaos. I want the scenario where as many SEC. I'm telling you, and yes, I'm a homer, but it's really because y'all pissed me off all year, and I want y'all to be so angry that y'all decide to just make it a 32-team playoff. I want y'all to make it a 64-team playoff.
It's going to be.
We should have a playoff and an NIT like they got in college basketball. I want y'all to have some type of frustration all the way through. That would be hilarious to me. Big 12. We're talking about the Big 12 here because this is I don't even know how the implications go for the Big 12, but right now Texas Tech is number 5 in the country, number 1 in the Big 12 because they beat BYU. If they win, they lock their spot up in the Big 12 championship game, and they play West Virginia, who is absolutely horrid. So we're picking Texas Tech here, and I'm assuming you're picking Texas Tech. I didn't mean to cut you off or speak for you.
Yes,
but if Texas Tech wins,
these games are
Georgia loses, they get a bye.
Yep. They're chalk. Texas Tech gonna be West Virginia. We can move right on to BYU versus UCF. UCF, your luck is over. Pack it up. You can go home. BYU Mormon's gonna do what they got to do to y'all. That guy is coaching his ass off, and I really feel bad for BYU and Utah because I think that at least one of these teams deserve to be in the playoffs.
I think they both deserve it.
I do too.
I think Texas Tech is gonna make it. I think BYU deserves it because they only have one loss, and I think they're being penalized for the perception of the Big 12, and I think people in the Big 10 are being given are being rewarded for the perception of the Big 10. When this year the Big 12 has been a very competitive conference, a very strong conference,
way more entertaining as well.
Right, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ranked teams right now. So we both got BYU here, and we can skip those 2 games, but the talking point is Utah.
Yes.
Now, if all this ACC stuff plays out where they lose, Notre Dame loses, Miami loses, Alabama, chokes, you could really have then BYU and Utah get into the playoff. And if there's 2 teams that I would not want to see in the playoffs,
right,
it would be BYU. 3 teams: BYU, Texas Tech, and Utah. because they can score, and Utah plays defense.
Yep. That's the reason that you look at teams like I would love to see BYU, Utah, or Texas Tech versus Indiana. I think that will clarify who they really are. And I mean that as a football fan. We haven't even football is about winning games, sure, but you want to see teams play against the best competition, so you don't have that thing at the end of the season where you're like, the whole purpose of this is so we can clearly understand, hey, who's the best team in college football. And I think right now we're just putting people into these spots, and I don't think that Indiana's that good. And even Ohio State, I think that I do think that they're that good. I wish that they played against more teams so that we could confirm that.
I don't think it was ever get the 4 best teams or whatever, 5 best teams. It didn't make sense to me. You got Power 5 and you have 4 playoff spots. I said the math don't make sense as soon as they announced that.
This country's not built on math. We don't really like math. If you haven't paid attention lately, that's not really our specialty at all.
Then you get the 8 teams, and I was like, okay, well, the SEC is going to have 5 to 7 teams ranked every year. Like, correct. What are you going to do then? And here we are. So now we're going to end up going to 16, I believe. But
correct.
This is what it means for the college football playoff. So with our picks, I think I have the ACC not making it. With all of these picks, I have the ACC ending up not making the college football playoff because I picked Pittsburgh to beat Miami. That means that I believe those at-large bids will then go to BYU or Utah. And I think the Big 12 will get 1 or 2, will get 2 or 3 teams in, and the ACC will get none. And the ACC adjacent, don't let Stanford win, because then all 3 Big 12 teams will go in, or at least Vandy. So this is going to be a fun weekend. I can't wait to watch Florida State, Florida. I don't know.
What?
Don't know, don't care.
We ain't got no code. What are you talking about? In Florida State, they need to fire their coach, Mike Norvell. I don't know why they're bringing you back.
Doubling down on Dub boy.
Hey, I love it. I mean, and one thing I do like is when you know the coach should be sent home and they keep him around, as long as it's not your coach. Y'all are getting the Billy Napier treatment. That's really it. This man need to go home.
Go to NFL, brother, because the Falcons might do the same thing.
Yeah. I think we should take a quick break here for Beverage. Thank you guys for rocking with us through college football. Place your bets, like, follow, subscribe, send them to us in the comments. Holler at your boy wherever you see us. And pod in the comments. Don't pod when you see us. Y'all love to do that.
Yeah, y'all love to have conversation. Y'all love to DM me about all that stuff. No, talk in the comments.
Right.
We'll be right back with NFL. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with our NFL segment of Saturday Morning Live. We appreciate it. Had to get the cutty. Well, let me tell you, the cut water should just be a warning that says filter will be removed.
Right.
From thoughts, words, and actions.
And we on a clock. And I'm going to tell y'all need to have internal clock, because if Reggie take too long, this drink going to be strong. Let me tell you.
So we go start out with it's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is probably football Christmas. You get a triple header in the NFL. Packers, Lions to start off. Packers just effectively ended the Minnesota Vikings season last week. The Lions are still searching for what they were on offense with Ben Johnson. Who you got here? They're playing in Detroit. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I said, did you hear me? I said, who you got here?
Oh, missed that part. Packers, Lions at home, noon.
Green Bay is ahead of the Lions by a half a game. They had a tie.
This is interesting. And these are 2 teams that are different but equally yoked. I like both teams. They both have promise. That means you should pick the home team. I'm taking the Lions.
And for playoff implications, Green Bay right now is in the 6th seed. The Lions right now are out of the playoffs in the 8th seed. Boy, that sucks. I don't believe in Jordan Love anymore. I don't believe in the Packers offense to score.
Don't believe in him. Like when you say you don't believe in him, like
I expected a lot more from this team offensively. And it seems like they've hit a rut. And they can't really score like I thought they would. And I think the Lions at home with Jahmyr Gibbs are crazy. Now, that being said, the Packers got a defense that should be able to contain the Lions.
You know what the Packers need to be doing? They need to be like buzzers circling around the Dallas Cowboys saying, we will take George Pickens. I know he's crazy. But just the one thing that Jordan Love does not have yet is an elite, top tier, number one wide receiver. That guy's also not probably going to be found in this draft. It's a weak wide receiver draft because next year is the big one. So, yes, I would be doing it. And I know you can't. I know that Dallas, that's the last place you want him to go is to send Pickens and Michael over there. Then
but George already told y'all this week, hey, I'm looking to get paid.
He put that out there today. And you know that when anytime that you're looking to get paid and you know somebody don't have a lot of money, before we start this, before you even get down going here, I'm going to let you know I expect to be paid for this work. And I know you don't have a whole lot of money, so you get to figuring right now.
Yeah, we both taking the Lions here. You're right. I would love to see the chaos. And you're right. You're right with Jordan Love. He has not had a top tier wide receiver. And they may end up losing. If they lose this game, they may end up moving on from Matt LaFleur, which would make the Falcons coaching situation very interesting because he's linked to Atlanta.
Let's go Lions. 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 Lion.
Well, I threw that out there.
Hell yeah. Raheem,
you McDaniels coming back together.
Out of there, boy.
All right. Speaking of the Cowboys and George Pickens coming off that crazy comeback against Philadelphia, where he basically said, I'm better than every DB on your team. They played the Chiefs, who had also not equally crazy, but had a comeback against the Colts. Yep. I think the Cowboys are on a heater right now. Quinnen Williams quietly has made that defensive line go from 32nd to like 9th.
So, and y'all call Jerry all types of names, old, senile, crazy. And I said, hey, not the easiest guy to get along with. But Jerry also, and people always want to question his football acumen. He ain't no fool. Jerry picks football players a lot better than most teams. By himself now. By himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the other part. Jerry, hey, I bought these groceries. Now, the rest of y'all, hey, Jerry. So I'm conflicted, and I'll tell you why. On one hand, I got the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a 55% chance of making the playoffs. Mahomes has been very underwhelming, but they find a way to get it done consistently every year. And even this game against the Colts, where the Colts have been basically unstoppable all season. Jonathan Taylor, I've politicked. I've said everything that he should be the MVP, offensive player of the year, Walter Payton man of the year, whatever you want to give him every award that you can give him. They came back and beat him. Then you look at the Cowboys, and I told y'all last week, Reggie can attest to this. The Eagles were the favorite. I said, hey, man, Cowboys going to win this game. Now, did the Cowboys almost embarrass me by getting down 21-0? They absolutely did. It's going to be some theatrics.
The Eagles lost that game, but I agree. I agree.
The theatrics were there.
Theatricals.
Now, this is a different situation. I think my heart says pick Kansas City. My head says that Kansas City does not have two defensive backs in guard CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens.
I don't think anybody has two defensive backs that could guard CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens.
Correct. So it's like Norwood. Your brain is telling you that they cannot cover them. and Dak can throw the ball.
Yeah, I
And
mean, I'm picking the Cowboys here. That's I'm picking the Cowboys here.
Me too. Thank you.
Sometimes
I have my mind made up going into it. Sometimes I have to talk myself through it. Sometimes I have to let.
Oh, like me that you criticize me for doing.
No. We're not doing that. You will have already made the decision, and then you just want to tell everybody all the reasons that the other team could win, and then we know you're never picking this team. I'm literally making my decision live, and it is influenced by Cutwater. Cowboys.
And I still think that even with this loss, I think the Chiefs make the playoffs because I think the Chargers right now are floundering.
Hey, y'all need to pay him $1 trillion.
Right now.
Hey.
And then y'all need to have assigned bodyguards to him to make sure that he walks on nothing but rose petals and pillows.
And clone him. I am all for once you find a guy, can we just clone you and have bookends of you?
Because Joe Alt is amazing.
Right.
But I still think the Chiefs made the playoffs. I don't think the Cowboys have a shot of making the playoffs. Nope. They're 5-5. The 7th seed is 8-4. So that's a lot of room to make up. But I think they're gonna get on a heater and they're gonna have another this is our year next year, which it really might be if they could sign George Pickens to have a good draft.
They won't have no team.
Bengals, Ravens.
These people are expensive. You got the boy from Green Bay that you traded for. Quentin Williams ain't cheap. Dak is expensive. CD is expensive. Next year he is. Remember, they extended him too. He ain't. Yeah.
You can maneuver. You got that O-line on. They got a young O-line, that's what Jerry. I guess we talk about that before we move. That's what Jerry's fighting. The timeline of the O-line. Because you're gonna have to re-up all of those dudes around the same 2 or 3 year period. Because you got Booker, you got the tackles. You're gonna have to like really re-up all of them at the same time, along with figuring out your defense.
Also, but you got them draft picks, and I will say it's great.
Jordan love going to the Cowboys, and they're gonna be scary.
I was gonna say that's the one thing I will say is that they got draft picks. And the defense, and I think that there are going to be some solid defensive players in this draft to backfill. And once again, if Dallas can do a decent job of just picking the right guys, you'll be all right. You just got to pick the right guys. And they do a pretty good job of that. But yeah, picking the Cowboys next up, Bengals versus Ravens.
Spitty. Jamar Chase back from the suspension, going against the Ravens, who have Kyle Hamilton now. And a liar, the Lion Hawk tour.
Right.
And then with the Ravens, Kyle Hamilton is playing out of his mind right now.
Joey B back.
The Bengals have no defense. I don't believe in whatever defense they played last week. I don't believe in it. You have to show me. But the Ravens are interesting. Derrick Henry fell off a cliff. Lamar Jackson struggling from the pocket. Not really having any receivers. Isaiah Likely, not really, just not coming back from being healthy. The Ravens are an interesting bunch. Either they're going to hit their stride and make a run, or they're going to win the division and lose in the first round again. With it being said, they're going to beat the Bengals. But it's going to be a tough game because it's a trap game. Trap game. Joe Burrow back too. Joe Burrow back.
This is the thing.
T. Higgins out,
I
think.
Yeah, Joe Burrow doesn't really matter that much to me. I mean, Flacco was playing Joe Burrow level football. The defense is the problem there.
You think Joe Burrow is replaceable? Is that what you're saying?
No. See, don't do that.
You just said Joe Flacco.
No, I said that Joe Flacco. I don't think that Joe Flacco can sustainably play like that all season. If he did, then. But for those few games, he played Joe Burrow level football per the stats, completions, etc. The offense didn't fall off a cliff. So,
you're right. You're right.
I think
they're talking about firing that coach. Y'all would be stupid, Cincinnati. Y'all would just be stupid to fire. You can come on to Atlanta too. We'll take all the good offensive coaches.
Yeah, the problem is y'all's everything else. Just your organization, which I'm going to repeat this until I turn blue, which is going to be difficult for me because y'all see my complexion. But as long as your organization, Yeah, see me get to that too. I'm uniquely not qualified to be there either. But yeah, y'all just don't pay people. You don't pay them in time for them to go to training camp. So yeah, your team's unprepared. But then you want to blame the coaches? And then your defense ain't never been anything. And then the people on the defense who are supposed to be something, you treat them like trash. How is he supposed to coach through that? Yeah. Y'all looking for the man from Nazareth. So with that being said, I'm taking the Ravens. Now the Ravens, y'all have to come out and play, and your defense needs to show up. Because the one thing that is shaky about you guys is your offense. And I don't care that your offense is shaky. And as much as I'm picking y'all to win, I'm okay with you losing because you don't fix your stupid offense. I think that y'all should win, but I think that y'all have a stupid offense. And if you lose, you deserve to lose.
I don't think they have a stupid offense. I like Ty Monken's offense. I think they just refuse to go get a receiver. Like, and you can tell I don't even say they refuse to get receivers because I did look at Rashard Bateman. I did look at Zay Flowers. I think they're just playing one level up. I think Rashard Bateman should be your 3. I think Zay Flowers should be your joystick, your slot receiver, your everything. And I think that they should go get a top-notch receiver and not a 40-year-old or a 37-year-old. Not Reggie. No Denard Hopkins, Josh. Denard Hopkins does not count. We haven't even talked about him all year.
OBJ. He's available. Call him back again. Let him come back. Y'all love doing stupid things.
If I'm the Ravens, I look at some of these players that are still in their prime that I may be able to move on from to clear some space, and I offer the world to George Pickens.
You know who their guy is? I'm gonna tell you who their next guy is. Calvin Ridley.
Would off a broke leg.
Isn't that the most Ravens thing you can do?
And I don't want to believe. Why would? Because it's gonna happen. And I'm gonna be like, dang, they'll be like, Calvin Ridley was so good. Y'all wish y'all could have him in Atlanta. Y'all gonna talk so much shit about the Falcons, and then he gonna go out there for 600 yards on 37 receptions or 47 receptions and 2 touchdowns, and y'all gonna be the same team.
And it's the same. It's not like the plot doesn't change. And then it frustrates me because then I get positioned as the Ravens hater. My team's not gonna win. I would love to see Lamar win a championship.
Yeah, but it's the AFC Falcons.
But my thing is, I get so frustrated because you just don't do anything to fix your stupid situation. When I say that they don't do it, oh, you just hate my team. No, your team is stupid. I want to see him win a championship. You can't even root for team. You can't even root for somebody's success because they just that stupid.
Yep. So we both got the Ravens here. I don't know what's game of the week. I think Chiefs Cowboys is a really good game. I think Packers Lions is a really good game.
Hell no. First of all, game of the week must have 2 playoff teams. If you've already been that's what I'm saying. Chiefs Cowboys cannot be game of the week. I had to do the same thing last week with Cowboys Eagles. I was like, oh, this is game of the week. No, it's not. Cowboys not a playoff team. I gotta be honest and say, hey, this is interesting teams, not game of the week. This week, game of the week, not Bears, Giants, Eagles. Pats, not Broncos, Commanders, not anything to deal with the Raiders.
Bears, Eagles is the next game, which is the Friday. The Bears are the number 3 team in the NFC. The Eagles are the number 2 team. The Bears could open up a 2-game lead in their division. No, they won't. The Bears will stay atop of their division if they win this game. The Eagles, if they lose this game, it becomes interesting because they then would probably fall down to either the 3rd. They probably fall to the 3rd seed, and if Tampa Bay wins, which we'll talk about later, possibly the 4th seed.
Oh, they ain't gonna beat them. Buccaneers, Cardinals, Bucks.
I don't know. Baby got a sprained shoulder, big dog.
They sent Kyler home. What are you talking about? Hey, bro.
But anyway, Bears, Eagles. Caleb is playing. The Eagles D line. Now, the thing about the Bears, they do not have the offensive line that the Dallas Cowboys have. And that's why I think that they will lose to the Eagles. They don't have the offensive line, nor do they have George Pickens.
Hey, Caleb, let me tell you, they are vulnerable.
They are.
They hate each other.
They do.
Every sports podcast right now is about how much Eagles players hate each other. And then all Eagles fans say is, no, my team doesn't hate each other. And we have to sit here and look stupid and be like, oh, yeah, they don't hate each other. Well, why are these clips? Why is A.J. Brown on Twitch talking about how much you should not pick him for fantasy football? Or this is the thing. Even all Eagles players are like, yeah, it's not great around there right now.
Yeah.
So
even
we're playing.
Retired and came back said, yeah.
Correct.
Still bad.
Correct. So then you have Caleb Williams and the Bears who are playing pretty well. This could be a very legitimizing win for a team that a lot of people are skeptical about. This is the win where you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe you're on to something.
On the road.
If you lose, you're not illegitimate. It's just because it's still the Eagles. That's the good thing about playing against a team like this, and you playing in Philly. If we lose where y'all expected us to lose, this is Super Bowl champs. And eventually, you assume that the Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Saquon,
who's falling off a cliff too.
Right. But this is the thing, eventually they're going to get it going. You assume, right? Mm-hmm. So if they get it going against you, well, hell, they were bound to it. Look at the team. We're not. This is a trap game, I think, for the Eagles. Bears, all you can do is really give yourself an opportunity here. Playing on Thanksgiving in front of the world against a team that everybody thinks that they're better than us and they're vulnerable. Push all your chips in. This is all the plays that you've been hiding all season. Use them. This is the week for it. Cash all your chips in. See what you can do.
I'm picking the Eagles. Come on, push all your chips in. Don't do it. Don't do what Reggie does.
No.
Don't tell us all the reasons.
No. I can't do it again. Like when you bet and you make your big bet. Last week, I made my big bet. I said Cowboys over the Eagles. And I stepped out on faith. If you keep poking the bear, you're going to lose. I'm going Eagles this week. I'm playing it safe.
Eagles, y'all better not lose this game.
Right. But that's the other part. If they lose, I still win. I dance on that grave. I hit it with a James Brown, too. Yeah. So
Falcons,
Eagles.
Jets. I have no synopsis other than Kirk Cousins is about to. But the Falcons are about to do the Falconiest thing ever.
Oh man!
And I'm telling y'all what's gonna happen. And I know if you go back and listen to the last week's pod, Norwood made fun of me because he said I'm always optimistic. And shout out to Tremaine. He said everybody's optimistic about their teams. Y'all are gonna find a silver lining. Look, we about to do the Falconiest thing ever. Kirk Cousins is about to come into this offense and probably go like 6-2. Because we're at a weak part of our schedule other than two teams, and we catch the Buccaneers when they're hurt. And then we're going to have a quarterback controversy.
I mean, we called them hurt last time. Let's be real. No Godwin. Maybe Mike Evans. Cade Otton was hurt. No.
All of that's cool. Baker Mayfield not being 100% is a different level of injury.
Is that his throwing arm?
I think it's his left shoulder.
That's a little bit less than. I mean,
but we also lead the league in sacks,
right?
Or second in sacks. So
and go ahead,
you're gonna get hit
on out. Hanging on out of socket.
And that's how we don't care about this game. The Jets are 0-11. Falcons over the Jets. Falcons, y'all better not lose this game.
And no. Actually, nope. Let's go Jets.
Lose it. You want Raheem gone?
Yes, I don't. There's no reason. And people have already started doing this bullshit. Oh, well, what about?
I just said
nothing. No. We have a 1.7% chance of making the playoffs. Make it a 0% chance of making the playoffs. Clean. Go ahead. Fire Zach. Fire Raheem. Do not Billy Napier yourself. Once you've identified a person needs to go, It's not Billy Napier. It's the concept of where teams will trick themselves into believing, oh, it's just one more year. And you end up now, instead of wasting the 1 year where you should have fired him, you make that bleed into year 2. So now you've sucked for 2 years. Uh-oh. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
No breaking news. This is more government size. Trump just took basically kicking Haitians out of the country. But it's not a political podcast. That's wild, though. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's go Jets.
Man, hell no. Let's go Falcons.
No, I because all we're gonna do is trick ourselves into, oh, maybe this is just an aberration of season. Maybe Raheem can get it together. No. Cut this. Tired of it. Tired of it. And go get a real fucking coach. Arthur Smith, we knew wasn't the answer from day one. Raheem and his skinning and grinning ass. I always said, what does he do good? Oh, he's a people connector. And you know what the problem that I have is the connection is the worst part. The offensive coordinator to the quarterback connection is terrible. It is awful. It's deplorable. The most important connection on the entire team is disconnected, and the best skill that Raheem had is a people connector. Which we got to stop using stuff like that. He's a people connector. Fuck out of here. What can he coach good? Want to hear that?
Yes, sir. So I'm picking the Falcons. Norwood's picking the Jets. Or he's rooting for the Jets. I think he's picking the Falcons.
I'm rooting for my damn piece.
49ers Browns.
Hurry up.
I'm trying to. 49ers Browns.
Got to cut it.
This is probably going to be the most watched game of the weekend.
Yeah, let Perkins tell it. Shedeur Sanders is the most important black man in the history of America.
Most powerful black man since Obama. Perkins just be whatever. 49ers
Stop selling mics, man. Stop selling mics. I got one, so now we good.
They gave it to him. 49ers versus Browns. Shanahan has been on a heater quietly with Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey should be in the MVP conversation.
You know, they worked that man like a
They
don't know that he's white. They think because he's a running back, he got to be black. No, that's white. Hey, why am I out in the field?
Y'all know I sunburn, right? Y'all know I burn.
Yo, we
thought your cousin was Hartenstein. My bad.
Christian Hartenstein. Oh my God.
But no, of course the 49ers should win this game. But I will say the 49ers have no wide receivers. Brock Purdy, for him coming back through 3 interceptions against the Carolina Panthers, and because the Carolina Panthers are the Carolina Panthers, they lost. The Browns defense had 10 sacks last week. 10.
Trent Williams ain't going for 10 sacks.
So
I'll tell you.
If you go for 5, what that mean?
I don't know. Y'all need to go to YouTube and type in Trent Williams. He throw people out the club.
He's not throwing Myles Garrett out the club, bro.
No, but Myles Garrett ain't finna throw him out the club like he was doing. When you're playing against the worst defensive line damn near in the history of football, then yeah, get your shit off. It's gonna be a little different this week. I mean, I still it's actually a beautiful clash of the Titans between those two guys, and I'm excited to see what that looks like for sure. But it ain't gonna be 10 sacks in the Raiders either.
Yeah, I'm picking the 49ers. I think it's gonna be a rough day for Shedeur. Robert Saleh is a legit, fantastic defensive coordinator. He's really a head coach that they lucked up and got him come back as a defensive coordinator because he was done wrong with the Jets. Forever failure of the Jets. I think the 49ers going to win this in a rock fight 16-10, something like that. You got 49ers too?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's not why we're watching this game.
Nope.
We're watching this game to see what Shedeur does, and y'all know it. And it should be interesting.
Speaking of games we're not watching, Jags Titans, sure. Jags, whatever. Jags. I think they're gonna end up playing themselves out of the playoffs.
I won't know that score until Monday morning. That's when you sober up and be like, man, that's what happened. It's crazy.
Man.
I'm taking the Jaguars, I guess, but the Titans have started to play better towards the end of the season. I could honestly see them beating the Titans. I mean, the Jaguars.
Everybody. Texans Colts. Sneaky good game. Hey, man. Danny Dimes. You, sir.
Don't turn into a pumpkin.
To get some doubt now. Don't turn back into the pumpkin.
Don't turn into that pumpkin, boy.
We're waiting on that lip. Falcons bloodied that lip. Everybody said, "Oh, you can bleed like a 300. Yeah. You can bleed." Got him out of there. And the Texans defense. I'm Texans. Will Anderson, Texans. It's gonna be hard to run against them. Got the Texans. Yeah. Oh no, is CJ Stroud playing?
Nope. Yes. Full. That's the reason I was Googling right here the whole time. CJ Stroud, full practice, full participant. Texans get good news. CJ Stroud team, they log another practice. Yes.
Colts. Colts defense is good. Jonathan Taylor. Texans don't have a running back right now. Nick Chubb is hurt. I mean, Nick Chubb is Nick Chubb, but he's lost a step. They're supposed to have Joe Mixon.
I think that I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say he hasn't or has. I think that he needs one more season, because the first season is always like, all right, this is a good game. This is a game.
I don't know.
Because Will Anderson,
yeah, but Latu out here. Hey, man, the Colts defense is for real.
I'm taking the Texans in this. They need it more.
I'm taking the Colts. We can bet it.
Yeah, we need. Yeah.
Dylan Raiola possibly entering the transfer portal.
Yeah, I heard he might be headed to Texas Tech to be just like the guy he wants to be. Colts and
the cringiest thing.
No, it's not. I hate when y'all do that, because we would all have done this. I would if I could have got to Florida State and been Deion Sanders, I would have. And we all would have. And we would have all went to North Carolina with Michael Jordan given the opportunity. This man just honestly getting to live out the dreams of all of us. Go do it, bro.
Saints, Dolphins, we don't care. Dolphins.
Woo! Don't care. Both lose. And everybody needs to be fired from both teams.
Tied. Cardinals, Bucks. We already picked go Cardinals. Rams, Panthers.
I guess we have a vested interest in the Cardinals.
Yeah. Rams, Panthers. I think the Panthers are about to get their reality check going. They're going through the gauntlet that we already went through. So I think the Rams will win here.
Well, number one, Brokeback Stafford playing his ass off. He's playing so good these days. And this is no camp. No, nothing. I just show up on the first day. It's game time. I'm ready. Because they didn't even know if he was going to start the season. And I'm starting to like the Panthers, but I don't think they got it for the Rams.
Not for the Rams. I like them too outside, but not this week.
Right.
Not this week. Vikings, Seahawks.
Scam Darnold comes home, baby.
Scam Darnold about to let y'all know. Yeah. Right now.
Oh, vice versa. Excuse me.
Yeah, they go play. This is my house. Y'all decided to let me go.
Yeah. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
Now are about to play player number 12. Y'all remember in Madden, in NBA 2K and NBA Live when you didn't know who it was?
Max Brosmer? Is that his name?
Player number 12. They about to play him at quarterback. So the Vikings and
Max Brosmer from Davenport, Iowa.
If I'm the Seahawks, I beat the Vikings so bad that after the game, I go up to Justin Jefferson and say, "Hey, you could come here and pair with Jackson Smith and Jigba."
No, you can't.
Why you can't? Why
no.
you can't? Why?
If I'm Sam Darnold, I go up to him and say, "Damn, this looks real ghetto since I left. You be safe, my boy."
Nope. Come on to Seattle, bro.
Do they have enough money to pay him too?
They will.
I mean, but if I'm in jig, but dog, do not bring him over here. This is my shit.
Yeah,
I will take Addison though. Give me Jordan. I would love an elite number 2, and y'all can't deal with the number 1. So what y'all need the 2 for?
Bills Steelers.
Bills Steelers stink. We know
we
it.
Told y'all about Arthur Smith. We told y'all about Arthur Smith. Y'all go listen to Falcons fans. We are the test subjects.
Yeah.
We get the bad coaches, and then y'all go hire the bad coaches and be surprised that they're bad coaches.
We told y'all about Dan Quinn, and y'all argued us down to the ground about some Dan Quinn. No,
I said after year 1, come talk to me. And where are we now?
It's always fun till it ain't.
He played. He got his star quarterback hurt, down 28 points in the 4th quarter.
Right.
Cool. Raiders, Chargers.
Now you got old double tight Steelers. Go ahead, right?
With Mason Rudolph. Oh, Lord. And overpaid DK that you let George Pickens go. Man. How's that working out? And you paid all the money to Aaron Rodgers, whose wrist is broke.
Correct.
Raiders, Chargers. Hey. Jesus Christ. Steelers are in hell.
Speaking of hell.
Chargers, just because the Raiders are in hell. They fired a dead man walking, killed a man. He fired Chip Kelly, also knowing that Pete Carroll will be fired at the end of the year.
Pete Carroll, and I'm not on either side of Chip Kelly, other than I have noticed there are a ton of Eagles former players that hate Chip Kelly, and I think they do. But
all of them.
Pete Carroll, you fired, like, this is one of the few times you fired the wrong guy. He didn't do this. Your sons, you finna have Thanksgiving dinner, and you need to be looking at them like, well, fellas, we all finna be unemployed.
Y'all can't run the goddamn ball.
Boy, let me tell you.
Richie Incognito came back, and he is universally hated and said, y'all suck. Yeah. You need to fire the coach. And nobody disagreed.
Richie Incognito, honestly, is coming around too, though, as being more like.
No, I think everybody knows that he was scapegoated.
Now, I don't trust him either. I'm gonna tell you that he is the person highly likely to have used the N-word before. I don't not believe that, but I believe that him and old boy was. It's something.
I think old boy allowed him to use it, and then he used that to get out of playing football anymore because he didn't want to play no more. And I think that's why he was scapegoated. I agree that I don't trust him. He will never be my friend, even if we ever meet. But that
I ain't got no problems with you if I meet you either, though, because
he be knocking people out. Broncos, Commanders.
Do I have a pistol or no? Because he is, I'm talking about he above the hip. I'm not finna. Yeah, so you see him. I shot him.
Broncos, Commanders, Broncos. Commanders are in a free fall, fell clutch. It's over with. They're playing for draft status. And then Giants, Pats.
Jackson Dart back.
Oh, well, Pats. If Jameis was playing, I was going to say Giants because Jameis be scoring. But
I have no. That part drives me more crazy than anything is y'all call me, and some of my things are experimental, my beliefs. But one thing that I think that I've been decently right about is if your quarterback goes out, just call Jameis. It will at least make things. It's great for your PR. It's really great for your team. He's a great teammate. And your receivers are going to be happy. Now, your defense, probably not so happy as many interceptions he's going to throw. But that's fine. Yes. Don't let's trade Kirk and just let Jameis. And he gets it as a backup quarterback. He don't even come in trying to be all in the video, I'm here to be QB1. I'm here to do whatever they need me to. Honestly, Jameis needs to get way more credit for being a really good team player.
I think he gets a lot of it now.
But I think he gets it from other players. But to go in as the backup quarterback and say, I'm here to do whatever you need me to do. If that means start, great. If that means mentor these guys, great. If it means just keeping the vibes high around here, great. It ain't many guys doing that these days.
I would love for the Falcons to sign him because I assume that Kirk is leaving. We've come to the end of this all the games. I believe Kirk is gonna end up leaving, even though I don't know if we can afford for him to leave, based on what happened with Penix in his knee. But if he does leave,
I think we have to. There's no. Once again, that's an unnecessary rehash. Bringing Kirk back and then letting him start the season winning 4 or 5 games only creates a headache later. We don't need that.
that's why you bring Jameis back. He can get
Correct.
you a month. Bring Jameis in. He can get you a month.
But there's no expectation of I want to be QB1.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to help. The thing about Kirk that I've seen, and you know, we're done now. And this last point, I don't see him helping Penix. Like I saw more conversation between Kirk and Zach Robinson than I saw Penix and Zach Robinson the whole year.
I don't blame Kirk for that.
No,
I think that
I didn't say I blamed him. I'm just saying it's a different role that Jameis is versus Kirk.
Right. I think that Jameis is clear and understood. Hey, I'm just here to serve at the behest of the team. Kirk wants to be QB1. And I think that Kirk is handling this the best way that he knows how to. I don't want to seem like a hater. And I also don't want to seem like the know-it-all who's telling Michael Penix what to do when the guy's trying to figure it out. So I'm going to just be here. And if you have questions, then you can ask me. But I don't want to be the guy flexing my muscle as the 10-year, whatever, year veteran, highest paid, whatever. I don't want to be that guy either. And I can understand that. It's weird. It's like when you break up with a chick and you're like, hey, man, I want you to be happy. Go be with your new man. I'm going to get out your way. I don't not deal with y'all, but this ain't the place for me to be talking and all in the video all the time.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of Saturday Morning Live. We appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. At the time of y'all watching this, am on Canal Street, full having fun when y'all see this. So
I go to the moon. I go to the moon.
I might be on the round trip. I might be going back by that time. So in order to win, miss anything, take us out.
Man, thank y'all for rocking with us. Also, remember, love your family, enjoy the holidays, support Black creators, like, follow, subscribe. Outside of that, man, of course, we fuck with y'all. We love y'all family. Adios, mi amigos. God is love. We are out of here. Drink up, eat up. See y'all Monday.
Yes, sir.